the hard balance, isn't it, between like lots and lots of content and then a few bit of high quality content.
Yeah.
Like you can churn out. We could like that's the sort of the dilemma that we fell into. We were churning out so much content of our own, and at the end of the day, just the quality just started going down because it was just like too much of it. But yeah, I feel like you need to have good quality content, which is what you're obviously doing.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier how we cover various topics. The downside to that is that every single within the health and fitness umbrella, every single sort of avenue is a whole field on its own, and sometimes we don't respect that. So, for example, I went down the rabbit hole of red light therapy, photobiomodulation, a couple of months ago. And I was like, this is really interesting to me. I read a few papers. I was intrigued. I was like, okay, great. I'm going to start putting out some content around this. But, I have to do a thorough research, of this field. Anyway, 4 months later, I was still reading and trying to understand, because light therapy is like, it's a whole science. It's unbelievable. It's a whole STEM field. And you take those things for granted. And it taught me a valuable lesson, and that is, we've got to be careful with just sort of putting out information. We've got to really be meticulous about our research and make certain that whatever we post online is as valid as can be. It's never going to be perfect, but it's going to be as accurate and as valid as possible. But it requires time. So I'm sort of in the camp of, I understand the guys like Gary Vee and that you've got to be pumping out content all the time. And I get it. I totally get it. And that's sort of social media. These platforms reward you for that. But sort of when it comes to health and fitness, there's a bit of a responsibility that you have to give people as the best information you possibly can. And that requires a little extra time to be certain that that information cannot hurt anyone.